I'm Stacy Holmes, and this is Glordinary, a few moments where we celebrate God's glory and champion the ordinary. I'm glad you're here. Here we go again, my friend. It's the eve of New Year's when pastors, podcasters, trainers, life coaches, even your dog sitter sits you down to vision board your way into 2026. Oh yes, it's Word of the Year time, folks. That magical moment when one word steers your ship all year long, like gratitude, joy, focus, or hope. Per usual, nope is gonna be my word. Now, I'm teasing a little, and if the whole woady thing works for you, that's Word of the Year for more seasoned listeners. Hey, if woady works, then work it. I, however, cannot possibly select one word to guide my entire 2026. It's gonna be a hard pass from me. Nope, I'm not a Word of the Year girl, but I am an examen of the year kind of girl. Examen is a Latin word meaning to weigh accurately. It's where we get our English word examine. Rushing into resolutions and Word of the Year declarations might be hopeful, but not always helpful. That's why I've found an examen to be a worthwhile tool for saying hello and goodbye to the passing seasons. Every year, usually within the last week of December and the first week of January, I spend a few moments reflecting over the previous year. I sit and prayerfully ponder a few questions. Now, there's nothing sacred about these particular questions. It's simply a collection of ones I've gathered over the years for my use. I've written them for you in the show notes, along with some bonus ones not mentioned here. Questions like, number 1, where did God seem most present to me this year? Number 2, where did he seem absent? P.S. This isn't a trick question. He's not absent, but naming the spots I think he's absent is a helpful starting point for a future conversation with him. Number 3, what worked well this year? 4, what didn't work well? 5, when did I feel most alive, most like myself? 6, what left me feeling drained and depleted? 7, what am I grateful I made time for this year? 8, what am I proud of this year? 9, what question or desire am I still holding? And number 10, where am I hopeful to see God at work next year? These questions, or a combination thereof, become bookends as I say hello and goodbye to the changing year. Reflecting on the helpful, the distracting, the celebrations, the mundane, and the pending keeps me living the Glordinary life of one foot in front of the other, glimpsing his glory in the ordinary. So nope, I don't have a 2026 Word of the Year, but I do have a grid for what I'm saying yes to, what I'm saying no to. I know where I'm most apt to connect with God and where I'm prone to get distracted. I'm clear on what drains the life out of me and where I feel God's pleasure. I know the times I'm likely to feel lonely and the friendships that fill my soul. What about you? Would a reflection of the year be a helpful practice? We can call it a roadie if you want to spice it up a little. Responses don't need to be articulate, academic, or even spiritual. Sometimes mine are as simple as Taco Tuesdays worked well this year, or I sense God most easily when I'm hiking under the trees. They don't need to be flowery or even complete sentences. Nope, they just need to reflect you, your life, your notices, your invitation for the Holy Spirit to shine His light of truth on your life. In fact, I value this practice so much, I actually use reflection questions as a framework each season of the year, like a quarterly review for my inner life and how it's playing out in my outer life. I've found that resolutions and Word of the Year hopes, they often left me feeling worse by about mid-January. A seasonal examen allows for flexibility, fluidity, and functionality to make the quote-unquote resolutions work with me, not against me. I need to be able to pivot. And that's why this coming year, we'll talk through a reflection together each calendar season. A simple, stress-free moment to hit pause, ponder, and pivot as needed. That sounds so much more doable, and frankly, that sounds better. So here's to all that 2025 brought, my friend. The highs, the lows, the grand slams, and the strikeouts. Here's to Sabbath slowing and memory making. Here's to pursuing truth, listening for truth, speaking truth. Here's to celebrating God's glory and championing the ordinary. And most of all, here's to the one who holds all things together, even me, even you. May your word of the year, or examen of the year, reflect the giver of all good gifts. Remember, you're not alone in this. I'm praying for you, friend. Have a Glordinary day.